Hey everyone! Something that I've noticed that kind of speaks to the emptiness of the older system is that when you get the definition judging or perceiving as a part of your personality type, you are told that you have certain qualities that other people don't possess. And while this may or may not be true, an issue here is you also have difficulties that other types do not possess. And some of these difficulties and some of these possibilities can be trained or developed. Not all of these are some kind of a fate that you have been born into that you can't get out of. You are not inherently doomed to be late for work if you are born a perceiving type. You are not inherently doomed to be narrow-minded and uncreative and unflexible if you are born to be a judging type. And I say born to be here because I feel like the shift we should be doing when we talk about judging and perceiving is not talking about it from the stereotypical idea, the stereotypical notion that perceiving types are lazy, messy, and bad with any form of method or step-by-step process. But the idea that a perceiving type has a set instinct that they prefer, a set habit that they feel better if they can pursue. And what is that specific habit? What is it that makes a judger different from a perceiver? Well, overall, what I tend to find to be very, very true is that judging and perceiving is a lot about stress management and how you manage stress and cope with stress in a healthy way. What I find when I study judging and perceiving is just this, that judging is about dealing with and avoiding stress by planning ahead. Dealing with and avoiding stress by making sure that you can formulate a strategy, a long-term strategy, a long-term approach that can ensure that you have no unanticipated consequences. Perceiving is to avoid and cope with stress by making sure that you do not get stuck in projects that are unflexible. A perceiving type prefers projects that are flexible, open to your suggestions, because if you are in an environment that isn't, if you are stuck to follow a long-term goal that you find to be difficult or inconvenient or not at all based on the present moment or what is possible or available at this very moment, then you are using perceiving. A perceiving type prefers to respond as problems show up. They do not want to sit and think and plan ahead to imagine what potential threats could possibly arrive. A perceiving type does not want something to be narrow or too set, because if it is, there is no room for changes or alterations if changes and alterations are necessary. If changes and alterations are necessary, if a project or a plan doesn't fit with what's possible in the present moment, in what you have available, then it should be changed. Perceivers are the ones that prefer to give feedback for future suggestions, feedback for future revisions, possibilities for future changes, adaptations, customizations of projects to make sure that these projects are possible in the future. Judgers are people that prefer to plan, systemize, strategize, set forward a set, organized way of doing something. A social protocol as something that you can keep on or strive towards or live by and pride yourself by living by. So when you study judging and perceiving, you can find that yes, there are judgers and perceivers, but judgers are not inherently doomed to anything. They can be however they want to be, but in order to combat stress, there is a possibility of, there is something positive in choosing the right strategy, proactive versus reactive control. That's all for now. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like, share, whatever you want to do. Thank you all for watching.